Hundreds of thousands of people, including dignitaries from all over the world, gathered to say goodbye to Pope Francis. The faithful spending the last 3 days passing through St. Peter's Basilica for the public viewing of the pontiff. After this morning's funeral mass, that slow procession through the Roman streets carrying the Pope's body to its final resting place. ABC's Inez de la Cuetera in Rome with more.
The world watching as Pope Francis, who led the Catholic Church for the past 12 years, is laid to rest. The 88-year-old pontiff died Monday just hours after making his final public appearance on Easter Sunday in St. Peter's Square. Now, hundreds of thousands of people have gathered in that same square for his funeral at St. Peter's Basilica. Giant TV screens added so the public can watch. His simple wooden coffin sealed Friday evening in a ceremony led by Cardinal Kevin Farrell, a former Dallas bishop. Strict security measures in place for today's funeral, with more than 160 foreign delegations, including dozens of world leaders and monarchs in attendance, among them President Trump and the First Lady. The president of Argentina, where Francis was from, seated up front, along with the president of Italy, Prince William, representing the royal family. Francis was often called the People's Pope. Groups of poor and disadvantaged people invited to the ceremony. Pope Francis spending much of his papacy advocating for the poor, visiting with them and washing their feet. The Mass beginning with prayer and liturgy. The Dean of the College of Cardinals, Cardinal Giovanni Battista Re, delivering the homily. Cardinal Re speaking of Pope Francis's final appearance on Easter, saying even though his health was failing, Francis chose to follow his path of self-giving until the last day. And he highlighted the impact Francis had on the Catholic Church, saying the guiding thread of his mission was the conviction that the Church is a home for all, with its doors always open. Holy water sprinkled on the coffin, followed by incense. The streets of Rome lined with people hoping to catch a glimpse of the late pontiff as the funeral procession makes its way from St. Peter's to the Basilica of St. Mary Major. Francis choosing to be buried there, marking the first time in more than a century a pope will be laid to rest outside the Vatican walls.
He asked that tomb should be simple, humble, simple, and essential.
Inez de la Cuetera, ABC News, Rome.